Okay, living a balanced life. It's just going to be interesting talking to the community, health, wellness, and lifestyle. How do we live life at the best, doing all that we need to do? It's very important. Okay, so let's get on this. Let's get on this. Welcome to this live. You've just got to live that life, fulfilling all that you need to have a more satisfying life. Let's go, let's go. So you're welcome to this live. It's interesting that sometimes we need to be reminded of the things that we need to do to get doing, the things that we were doing that were producing results, and they need to keep at it, or they need to get back to doing those things. So we'll be talking about the need to live that life such a way that you have the different aspects of your life in such a balance. Having a healthy you requires some commitment on your part. It's about commitment. You have to be committed to the things you know to do, and doing them will definitely yield great results. Let's know where you're joining in from. Welcome to this live. Welcome to this live. Where are you joining from? Thank you for joining in. How are you doing? Any question? You're welcome. Yes, welcome. Dave, just on time. Thank you for joining in just on time. Funny twins. Good to have you here. Thank you for joining in. Okay. Dave says, hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Yes. It's good to have you here, Dave. Thank you, thank you. And Dave says, thank you, fine, thank you, sir. Funny Twins says, hi. Hello, Funny Twins. And Dave is joining in from Doha, Qatar. Thank you, Dave, for always showing up. Dave says, double tap done. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Dave is saying, double tap. Double tap. Thank you for the like. So I was saying that it's important to note the different aspects of our lives require growth, and that is dependent on different factors. And these factors are not just external. Many times they are, first of all, internal. And you need to be in control, you need to be in charge, and ensure that you are doing the needful to be a productive or a more productive individual. Okay, so Dave, let me know if you can hear me. Kindly confirm that you can hear me. So wherever you are joining in from, I want to welcome you, especially if you are joining for the first time. Welcome. If you've been with us before, like Dave, then say welcome again. Thank you for being a wonderful member of this great community. Dave says loud and clear. Thank you for the feedback, Dave. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so we're talking about the need to live a balanced life. Many times people tend to focus on certain areas of their lives, and there is nothing actually wrong with that, especially where there is a demand on that particular area that requires some more attention. Okay, so it's important to definitely give attention. But it's also possible that while trying to give attention to certain aspects of your life, you may find out that some other aspects may be losing grip of some other aspects, and this is not God's plan for us. So we must learn to live a balanced life. So I do not know what level you are currently. I do not know the current demands of your life, but I want to encourage someone at this time that you can do all that you need to do as you, of course, trust in God's strength. However, you need to play your own part in getting things done, in getting the required results. So if you are here and you're wondering what this is about, it's about living a balanced life. How do you live a balanced life? A balanced life actually should give you a healthy life. Living a balanced life should give you a healthy life. So if you're talking about living healthy, talking about thriving, excelling in all that you need to do, all that you have been assigned by God to do, all that is in your heart to do, all that you are responsible for, then you need to engage with us on this live. Okay, so let me know where you're joining from. Now Dave is watching from Qatar. All right, so as you join in, remember you can double tap on your screen to like this session, and then we can also drop your comment in the chat if you have any question on health. Health matter, so you need to engage and drop your question or any comments that is health related. Dave says, totally agree with you, Doc. Thank you, Dave. Thank you. Yes, we must, of necessity, actually be committed to different areas that we have obligations and we are actually interested in. So it's not just about being interested, it's about being committed. It's about taking decisions that matter, decisions that determine the results that you get. So if you're going to be getting a different result, then you should or consider, you must actually necessarily do something. I want to adjust this chair. Must do something different from what you've been doing. You shouldn't be expecting a different result if you want to have the same results. Of course, do the same things, check out the changes around what you are doing and make the necessary changes. But if you want a different result, then you should note that you have to do things differently, different from the way you did them last year, different from the way you did them some months ago, may even be different from the way you did them some weeks ago, different from the way you did them even yesterday. Okay, so you should note the changes around your purpose, your focus, your interest, and make the necessary adjustments. Okay, so it's important to live that balanced life. Imagine having a scale, that is supposed to be balanced, using two weights. If you put more weight on a particular side, you should expect that there will be a burden on that side, and then the other side will be lifted. So if you put more attention on a particular area of your life or of your health, and you do not consider the other aspects, then you will find out that there may be something missing, something lacking in the area that you have actually left unattended to. So for example, I found out that for some weeks I missed out on exercising. Mostly I do skipping, stretching, and some walking and all that. But I've not been able to do that, and I realized that in a way, if I was not careful, it was going to affect me in, of course, many advantages of exercising in terms of engaging your muscles, your bones, pumping of blood, circulation to different parts, organs in your body. It could also affect your mood, and if you really do exercise, you will find out that there are a lot of things that you get to benefit or experience. In fact, exercising can help your bowel movement and your gut health. That is, you have increased activity in your gastrointestinal system, so that allows for easy digestion, and you will be avoiding constipation. So there are many advantages to the things that we do, that we know to do, and we do them. Okay, so let me attend to this comment. Dave, I saw your comment, Dave. I can see this on lower back pain. My problem, suspect, is because of lifting heavy weights. So that's true. Sitting down longer, 2 or 12, can also contribute, I suspect, Dr. Soyemi. Yes, that's very true. It's a common cause of back pain, especially low back pain. That is a common presenting symptom. It's a common complaint at the hospital, outpatient clinic. In fact, some people may even need to be admitted depending on the severity of the pain, and if it is presenting as an acute pain. So low back pain can occur when you sit for long periods, and it's actually because of the pressure that comes on your bones and the contraction of the muscles of your back. So, and if you now lift weights, then you are sure to be putting more pressure on your bones and more pressure. Dave is asking, do you exercise? Yes, I do. Okay. I don't go to the gym, definitely. Okay, but I have specific exercises that I do indoor. Okay, and where there is opportunity to do outdoor exercising, I engage in that. Okay, so you should note that lifting heavy objects is not healthy, and there's a way to actually lift objects. Now, you need to ensure that you bend your knees and not just bend your back when you are trying to lift an object. I did a video on that, on low back pain and how to avoid getting a low back pain, what you can do. So, Dave, you are right. And if there's a need to make necessary adjustment on your weightlifting, then you should make that adjustment. You need to balance it. You become more productive. Low back pain is one of the reasons, causes of absenteeism from schools, from work, and can cost, can cause a loss in manpower, hours that needs to be invested in more productive activities. Okay, so if you are experiencing low back pain, of course you need to see your doctor for proper assessment. However, there are some changes, lifestyle changes, and in fact, if you are overweight or obese, then you need to also work on your weight. All right, so if you're having that problem like Dave, then you should note some of the points I have made on this. So you definitely not going to find it interesting having pain at the back, on your back, or in any other part of your body. Okay, so you need to note that there are changes that you can make to enjoy your life. So let's go to the point. Here I have my notes, the things that you can do. You should note these things. Talking about living a healthy life. By the way, if you are talking about sitting and being a cause, being a cause of back pain, then you can practice standing within an hour of sitting. So you don't sit longer than an hour when you have to work on your seat anyway. So it's advisable, even if you are in a meeting, in a conference and all that, because of the understanding of this lifestyle changes that we need to apply to our lives. Even at meetings, sometimes there's usually a call for people to rise, stretch, and all that, because that is healthy. Okay, so I want you to subscribe to this channel. Okay, so we go into these important areas when it comes to living a balanced life. Your diet, your nutrition is a key aspect of your health, and it's important to note that you should definitely engage in taking fruits, vegetables, and lean proteins, whole grains, healthy fats. Now, these are things that you have heard a number of times, but the important thing at this time is putting action to the things that you know. You need to practice this, not just practice. You need to actively engage in getting and eating diet that is healthy. Okay, so you have to limit processed foods. Of course, they are everywhere. Processed, foods, fast foods, added sugars. Occasionally you can do this, but you should avoid them as much as possible. Excessive salt is not also good. This puts people at risk of developing chronic medical conditions like hypertension, diabetes, and even high cholesterol levels. Okay, so I need you to understand that as part of your diet, hydration is key. Drinking plenty of water through the day. Now, you need to note that for some people that complain of waking at least 3 or more times at night, over the night, to urinate, then it may be a problem of the pattern of water intake. It may also be a problem of diabetes, urinary tract infection. There's different causes of nocturia, that's what we call it. And if you are having this experience, of course, you need to consult with your doctor and get proper assessment. But if you do not take water the way you should, and that means waking up in the morning. First of all, some people go for warm water, which is good. Go for a glass or two of water, which is very good. But that should not be the end. You should not now wait till night or evening before you now decide to take more water. Of course, when you are eating, you have water as part of what you use, mostly contained in our food, contained in fruits, especially watermelon and then some other fruits. So, but you need to spread your intake of water. That's the emphasis. The need to spread the intake of water over the 24 hours of the day. And it's preferable that you take earlier in the day, afternoon, and few glasses of volume in the evening. This will help to avoid, because if you take more, the more you take, the more likely you will excrete this. Of course, not just the water, the toxic substances that your kidney removes from your body. Okay, so I can see a number of people joining in. I want to welcome you all. Yes, Dave, I can see your comments. I want to welcome Osvalda. Osvalda is here. Good to have you, Osvalda. How are you doing? Good to have you all. You can see Bossede Joseph. Thank you. Okay, so Dave says correct way of sitting is also important. Yes, I did a video on that. You need to have your back well rested. Type of chair you sit on is very important. So it's good that you have a chair with a good backrest. Sometimes you may even need to get some equipment attachment to your chair to support. I'm trying to adjust this light. I hope it's not too bright on your side. So if the lighting is okay. Is it okay on your side, or is it too bright? Is the lighting okay? Okay, so your shoulders well supported, your back well supported, and this is one of the ways to prevent back pain, because your back, your bones take the shape of the chair you sit or the position you take when you sit. So when you sit on the correct chair that's supportive, a chair that supports your back, then you will avoid getting a back pain. Yes, that's very important. Even for standing and walking, correct ways of standing with your legs or feet well balanced on both sides and not leaning on one side more than the other. Okay, so because your bones actually have a way they are aligned, but if you put pressure on one side more than the other, then you can get pain, to feel pain. All right, so thank you, Dave, for that for those additions. Osvalda says like too. Okay, thank you, Osvalda, for the like. Osvalda is saying, Doctor, where have you been, or where have I been? That's an important question. Okay. Okay, I think it's just this week I'm able to really come back to joining live. Coming live. Okay, so it seems I've been a bit occupied with work, even uploading videos since maybe 1 or 2 in the last 2 weeks. So I'm working, coming back fully. It's been a while, yes. I should check out what we are all doing again soon. Apologies, I've not been connecting, watching and all. So, but welcome. It's been a while. I've seen you too on my live, so I want to say welcome. Welcome, Osvalda. And Dave says overweight. So yes, being overweight can affect the back and cause back pain. Thank you, Bossede Joseph. Says, I got your live today. Yes. Yes, I'm happy you made it. Good morning from here, doctor. Yes, good morning, Bossede. Dave says, I'm 118 kilograms. Wow, that is definitely more than what you need. I don't know your height, but if you calculate your body mass index, that gives a proper assessment of whether you have a weight that is more than the height that you have. All right, so Dave, you need to work on that. I believe you should be working with your doctor, with your nutritionist, with your physiotherapist, and these are people that can help you to manage your weight and ensure that you have a good weight control. You know, medicine, uh, lifestyle medicine medical practitioners will really help you in this regard. Osvada says, hello, Dave. Okay, so Dave, I need to mention that you don't need to feel bad about your weight. Of course, you just need to put in some action to ensure that you make necessary adjustments for the right weight. Okay, of course, because there are different health risks associated with being overweight or being obese. Okay, so you maintain your confidence, but take action on the things that you need to do. Thank you, Dave, for sharing your experience with us. Osvaldo says, hello, Dave, I'm boss at Dave. Dave says, double tap, guys, kindly for our own doctor. Thank you, Dave. Osvaldo says, on. Osvaldo says, I'm well, doc. Good to know. Greetings, Achiro. Yes, that's from Dave. Osvaldo says, hope you are well, Dave. Bossede says, greetings to you, Osvaldo. The lighting is okay. Okay, thank you for the feedback. Dave says, I'm very good, Sister Chiro. Bossede says, hi, Dave. Dave says, greetings, Bossede. Osvaldo is laughing there. Now, Osvaldo, I believe you are monetized on your channel already. And I want to say congratulations to you. Quite a number of people that I may probably have missed out on their monetization event, stories, and all. So, how's it been on YouTube? How is it going? Okay, I think I usually see sometimes we stream. Okay, so I see that you do some fruits, and that's encouraging for people to get to know the importance of taking fruits and actually engaging in different types of fruits available. Now, since I started using pillow to support my back, I'm a little bit better, doctor. Okay, thank you for that feedback. I can't complain. Yes, Dave, for pillow support is very good. That's one of the things that we advise people to do as doctors. So yeah, sometimes we really get busy. True. Yes, Osvaldo says that. Osvaldo says it's okay. Thank you, Osvaldo, for your observations. So we talked about the need to take proper diet and of course water. Next is physical activity. Now you know that you need to be active. Of course you're active, but sometimes you just have to be intentional about your activity. Talking about being disciplined to exercise, 150 minutes at least of moderate aerobic exercise will be helpful for you, even Dave and everyone. So that means 30 minutes brisk walking, for example, 5 days in a week will go a long way to help you in keeping fit. Now you need to include strength training exercises at least twice a week for people that can lift weights, for people that can use some other like steppers, some other machines that can help to exercise your muscles and joints. So you may need to help yourself to improve flexibility and reduce stress, because exercising actually affects your mood also. If you're not exercising, we're talking about living a balanced life. If you get so much engaged in work, even as a content creator, if you are a YouTuber, you find out that you will get bored sometimes, and in fact, it may even affect your health, your mood. So you need to be moving. You need to keep moving, and then you need to ensure that you are doing this deliberately and getting the necessary results. So you can measure your progress, especially with weight. For example, you can check your weight regularly and weekly to see how you're doing as regarding weights. Okay, so all these work together. There has to be a balance. We're talking about nutrition, very important. Balanced nutrition, healthy plate, and then you need to engage in physical activities. You cannot say, "Oh, I'm eating well, I'm fine," without exercising. Exercise. I just mentioned something the other time about how you can avoid constipation by exercising. Okay, sedentary lifestyle, inactivity can actually be a cause of constipation, even though there are many other causes of constipation. But the fact remains that apart from taking water to help your digestion, movement is important in digestion. So that's why sometimes when a person is on admission in the hospital, you find out that sometimes they complain of inability to pass stool. And this is usually related to the fact that they have not been active especially while on admission on the bed. So the next thing is sleep. That's the third thing. We should talk about sleep. It's important to get 7 to 9 hours on the average. Some say 8 hours, but at least 6 hours of quality restorative sleep is essential for you to live a balanced life. You will become more productive when you ensure that you engage in restful restorative sleep, where you wake up full of energy, wake up full of highly excited and elated about life. I mean, you are ready to go into the day. But if you deprive yourself of sleep, you are surely likely to be less productive because you may not even feel good with yourself. So you need to maintain a consistent sleep schedule. You should have a time where you actually go to bed. You should plan it, and that will help your brain to register and then follow that pattern. But where there is no pattern, it actually affects your circadian rhythm in such a way that your body does not really know what should be done because you don't have a regular pattern. So it's important to have a pattern, a time where you go to sleep, a time where you wake. Okay, so even on weekends like this, you should maximize such times. During the working week, most times people are actually conscious of the things they need to do. You want to get to work early, you want to ensure that you attend to children, attend to other responsibilities, and you tend to have some gaps in your sleep. And so that's where the place of taking naps comes in, which is also helpful. So creating a relaxing bedtime routine and limiting screen time before bed. Many of us are guilty of this, taking your phone, your laptop, your tabs with you to the bed, which is actually wrong. It's not healthy because you're still exposing yourself to the screen light, and this sends a message to your brain that you still want to be awake. The brain is active, and so it affects the ability to achieve sleep, and then it may also affect your ability to sustain sleep. But that's now called insomnia. So you can deal with this by doing the right thing. So living a balanced life also involves having a good bedtime routine. The next point is your mental health. Now you need to learn to meditate. What do you meditate on? What do you think about? Your mind. You are as healthy as your mind, okay? You need to meditate on the word of God. You must have that substance on the inside of you. You must have the word of God, which is true, which is light, which is life on the inside of you. You must think about the things that God has said about you. And as a Christian, he said you are above only. He says that you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. Now, there are a whole lot of words of life that you can actually think about when it comes to meditation. And you need to think about good things. Don't think about how things can be so bad. No, there's nothing wrong in thinking and planning and putting measures to handle challenges that may come, but you should occupy your mind with good thoughts, productive, how things are going to be better for you, how you are going to pass that exam, how you are going to do well in that business, how your health is going to be better next year than it has been this year. Okay, so think about those things, and God is faithful to help you. Okay, I want to do some change of direction. If you are just joining us, let's know where you are joining from. Let's know where you are joining from. I remember you double tap on your screen to like, kindly double tap to like this session. Bosede Joseph says, this is true. Yes. He said, once I start to check my phone, I will not be able to sleep, right? Because you are giving attention, your brain is giving attention to that. Okay. So you need to ensure that you practice mindfulness, the consciousness of yourself, consciousness of the things, giving a focus to the things that you have to do. And you should also note that staying connected with friends and family is important. This helps to ensure good social well-being. It's not just about you, yourself and I. Okay, you need to think about others. You need to connect with others. That's the kind of world that God has actually created, a social world where we connect with one another. Okay, so let's ensure that we do this. Now, you also need to seek professional help if you feel overwhelmed or you feel anxious, you even having symptoms of depression, then you need to seek professional help. That way you can be helped, you can overcome the mental health challenges that you may have. Some people will benefit really from seeing a counselor. So you need to engage with the professionals so that you can handle any mental health issues that you may have. When you share this and you get necessary help, you will find out that you'll become more productive and then you have a more balanced life. Now, there are other habits that you need to note. You should avoid smoking. It's not healthy. Smoking is not healthy. Even though we say sedentary lifestyle is now the new smoking, there are different risks associated with smokers. It's a cause of cardiovascular disease. It also puts people at risk of developing a cancer, lung cancer, for example. Okay, so you need to ensure that you avoid smoking. Smoking, not just primary smoking, there is also something called secondary smoking. That's staying around people who smoke, staying in environments where there's a lot of smoke. Of course, in the world today, a lot of smoke everywhere, and then from exhaust, different companies now producing, being cited in places where people live, in urban centers, the number of people using vehicles now, and then there's increased burning of fuel. Okay, and in places where there is challenge with power supply, there is combustion of fuel, and all this bring about smoke, exposure to smoke. And you need to actually also avoid alcohol consumption. It's not healthy. You should also practice moderation with caffeine. If you can avoid caffeine as much as possible, avoid. You should keep regular medical checkups. Check up and stay up to date with necessary vaccinations. Have you done a checkup this year? You don't necessarily have to wait till you have a symptom before you get to see your doctor. Okay, so time management is the next. You should learn time management. And the way to do this is to prioritize your goals, your plans, and this way you will learn to do the most important things first. You learn to do the next important things next, and then you will find out, okay, is this urgent? And if it is urgent and important, then it needs to be done. If it is urgent but not important, you can attend to it. If it is urgent and important, then you should attend to it. If it's important but not urgent, then you note it, but attend to it later. But if it's not urgent, neither is it important, then you should put it at the lowest level. Okay, so it's very important. Time management. You don't overload yourself. You can't do all the work at once. You may need to do them in bits. Okay. Okay, party with 5778 kids. Okay, I am trying to understand that. What do you mean by kid? All right, so we're talking about living a balanced life, and we talk about the need to eat a balanced diet, physical activity, the need for quality sleep, ensuring good mental health, and then practicing healthy habits. And we are on time management. Just two more points before we close on this topic. Now, time management is key. You need to take breaks, learn to take breaks in between your work to rest and recharge. In fact, even on your phone, you can set, there's a time that YouTube also puts that setting there, that you can set your phone for time to take a break. For my phone, for example, I put 1 hour, an hour. So every hour, it reminds me of the need to take a break. Now, that's helpful for me mentally. It's helpful for me in terms of time management. It's helpful for me in terms of how much of exposure I do to my eyes with the lighting from the phone. So you need to practice this. You need to put these measures to check yourself. So you should learn to take breaks between work, rest, and recharge. This is actually very helpful. The next point is hygiene. You need to wash, especially in this season now, where in some other regions, winter, harmattan season on this side. Now we need to ensure that we're washing our hands regularly with water, with soap, and this will help to prevent infections and help you to maintain that good hygiene. You need to maintain good oral hygiene. Of course, brush. You can brush not just in the morning, but you can brush before you go to bed. Very important. And lastly, you need to have a positive mindset. If you do have a positive mindset, it will go a long way to help you to become more productive in life. You need to focus on gratitude, be grateful, and then you practice self-compassion. Be compassionate with yourself. You need to take care of yourself. You set realistic goals. Your goals should be smart, that is specific, measurable. They should be achievable, should be realistic, and then they should. Now, I need to pause here and use a backup. Okay, welcome back. So we're going to finish this lighting. Okay, so talking about the need to have a positive mindset. It's important to be grateful to God, and you should practice compassion on yourself. Remember, you should also set realistic goals. I was talking about your goals being smart, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and of course, time bound. You should learn to celebrate small achievements. What have you been able to do this year? What have you been able to achieve in the last 2 months? What have you been able to achieve in the last 1 week? You should celebrate yourself, celebrate this. I'm sure with this, you will be finding life on a balance. I'm sure if you go over this video, you will find out that there is a lot for you to learn, and there's a lot for you to be reminded of, and you need to put action to this. Now, you should note that some of these points I've shared need to be individualized, of course, personalized, depending on who you are, what you do, and they are just a general advice. Okay, so you need to get more specific information that fits you as you interact with professionals. So thank you for joining in. I'm sure that you had a wonderful time in this session. Remember, if you are yet to subscribe, you can subscribe for more health tips and wellness and lifestyle tips. So we catch up again. Thank you all for joining in. Say bye for now. Bye. Bye, 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 bye. Bye.